guys, and welcome to PlayStation Access. My name is Holly and today I'm talking about Dragon Quest XI because it has finally been announced for the West. Yeah, I think that's pretty exciting, right? I mean, I'm excited. Now, those of you who've been following the channel probably saw that Dan and myself actually went to Japan to attend D23 to get all the latest news on Kingdom Hearts 3, but it wasn't the only reason we went. We actually went to go see Dragon Quest, and for you, I've made a little video that gives you all the details on what will be new for the Western release of Dragon Quest XI. Now, first of all, I can tell you that Dragon Quest XI in the West will have voice acting. Now, if you're kind of new to Dragon Quest, you're probably asking why that's a big deal. But traditionally in Japan, they are voice acted. In fact, Dragon Quest XI in Japan doesn't have any voiceovers at all. It's been a little while since we've seen a Dragon Quest game on PlayStation, and in fact, the last time we did, Dragon Quest VIII, the Western version of that also got voice acting. Now, if you're wondering why Japan doesn't get voice acting and we do, when I spoke to the development team, they said it's because of the way Japanese language works. They feel like the written word in Japanese allows them to have a better nuance, to make puns and jokes, which they feel when they translate into other languages, such as English, they actually lose. However, thanks to the emotion you can portray through your voice, they can have that extra something added back in, which otherwise they were going to lose. Now, while adding extra voiceover to a game sounds like a lot of work, and it is, the development team were also really proud of the fact they have actually added lip syncing, so the words people are saying should be matching what their mouths are doing. None of that old school dub nonsense. Now, if you're watching this and English isn't your native language, I can tell you that Dragon Quest XI's text is also being translated into something we call EFIGs. Now, EFIG actually stands for English, French, Italian, German, and Spanish. So those 5 languages will have full text localization. Okay, so that's enough chat about text, language, and voiceovers. Let's actually talk about some of those new features. Now, first of all, if you've played the Japanese version, you're probably going to notice that the menus look a little bit different. Now, the menus in the Japanese version are sort of reminiscent of old school Dragon Quest, while in the Western version, they've got a bit of a makeover. They've got like a scroll-like design and even have little pictures for the items. It's a bit of a change from what they've got in Japan, but personally, I think it looks really nice. Now, if you like a bit of a challenge, then one of the new features we've got coming is called Draconian Quest. Yeah, I know, it's got a ring to it, hasn't it? This is a hard mode that offers an additional challenge for more experienced players. Now, quite honestly, I'm not really sure what this feature says about the Japanese view of us, but they have added a run button. Yes, by holding this button, your character can run even faster than it can in the Japanese version. I think they've got some sort of view that we like to just go really, really fast all the time, and they were probably quite impatient, which I know I am, but actually maybe that run button's a really good idea. Another new feature for the Western release, and again, I really have no idea what this says about the Japanese view of us, but they have added a first-person mode. So when you're running around the towns and the world map, you can switch it into first person and go exploring that way. It does look incredibly pretty, and to be honest, if you are playing this on a PlayStation 4 Pro, for example, where there is upgraded graphical quality, it is actually a really stunning world to look around, so hey, maybe that first person mode is not a bad shout after all. And finally, there is one other little feature that's being added. Now, these are the kind of features that really people think, well, why even bother? But actually, without them, other things don't really make sense. So if you're going to have a first person mode, you should also be able to turn off the UI. Yes, they've added the option to turn off the user interface so you can have a completely beautiful clear screen, because again, if the game's going to look that good, you may as well take some screenshots. I mean, otherwise, what's the point in the share button, right? Well, there you go. That is my little recap of all the new things that will be in Dragon Quest XI, specifically for the Western release. Now, this isn't going to be our only Dragon Quest video. I think we'll do a little video on maybe why you should jump in, especially if you're new to the Dragon Quest franchise, which I'm sure some of you listening to this will be. It's been a great couple of years for JRPGs, with Final Fantasy 15, Persona 5 as well, and now with Ni no Kuni 2. I mean, why not just go fully down the rabbit hole and get super excited for Dragon Quest XI while you're at it. So don't forget to stay tuned to our YouTube channel because we'll have loads more coming up on the world of PlayStation.